Welcome to SRB TV. Come on now!
Yeah! We are here.
Hello everyone, welcome to our episode of SRB TV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode we're taking a look at Young Justice Phantoms Season 4 Episode 11.
Teg Ydaer.
Which means...
Ready, get.
Okay,
Get ready. Or get ready.
That was supposed to be... Wait.
Yeah, get ready,
so
sorry.
Previously on the other backwards named episode title, was it... I forgot his name. Evil Chaos Dude took on the new Chaos person that showed up, having a war. Turns out she's using the power of all the other members of Chaos, which is why she's able to trounce his ass with something like a rock tsunami.
Yeah.
The Stranger? Pretty much.
Phantom Stranger,
Thank you. Phantom Stranger took,
was that before then?
took Zatanna over. The thing is, I know him, I just forget the name sometimes.
Sometimes just look it up in this thing.
Send Zatanna over to show what's been going on.
Pretty much they're trying to say he's trying to get Zatanna to understand why we have to help God damn, made me forget his name. I just had it when you were mentioning it. To help where is it? Clarion. To help Clarion, even though they don't want to, but he brought her to there just to see why they must save him because of how powerful this other being is.
Then in the flashbacks, we see how Atlantis went 80,000 leagues under the sea.
We saw pretty much how Atlantis was born and how pretty much it went under the sea, and it's the cause of it, and it was because of his grandson. I think it was his grandson. He stated it was his grandson, I think, right?
Yeah, it turns out it's basically one of his descendants.
Yeah, his descendants.
Is the Dr. Fate helmet.
Which we find later on.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much his son's the Doctor. It's pretty much the Order. You know, you have chaos and you have order, and that's what Dr. Fate represents.
Is order, yeah. And then the last thing is McGann's sister finally got her to open up a bit about the death of Superboy. Oh, sorry, death of Superboy. I can't freaking do that. And then we got a random bus in space, and that's it.
That's what we got so far. We're still trying to, they're still trying to pinpoint how to stop her, how to stop this being now, because we don't know what her plan is. And then even in the ending credits, it looks like Vandal Savage was getting everything prepped up, because he knows there's a lot he's got to have to go through just to take her down. That's the thing. So he's getting everything prepped up, packed up, and good to go on his ship, World, because he has it. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So he's getting all that prepped up. But for now, let's just dive into this. Just from the sound of it, they have to get ready. So they're all getting ready to probably have a hell of a showdown, magical showdown somehow. Even with Etrigan trying to help out in the last episode as well. Did a little bit, barely, but did what he could. But let's dive into this for Young Justice Phantoms, Season 4, Episode 11. So, here we go.
A significant escalation of the conflict.
Already showing how he was
Very
born.
tragic head
Sudden
pun.
death. Forced order to reassess.
Yeah, how Dr. Fate was born.
Soon to be known as Marduk.
Wait, the Brazilian mixed martial arts fighter from Tekken? That's the actual guy's name.
Not Bardock.
No, Marduk.
Marduk, I don't know.
Okay, that's unique can go with. I guess the flashback here will show the origins of Dr. Fate.
Probably. Showing where they had to bring him in to continue order of things.
So it is interesting to see how, Chaos just sends some motherfucker there, Order just went, no, let's get a human to represent us instead.
Yeah, who understands what we're trying to represent.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do.
Thanks, Doc.
I'm not a doctor yet.
Nope, not yet. Is she alright?
There's a
Foreshadowing?
She's
He's an eventual
life force.
Dr. Fate.
Using the Yonk always takes it out of me.
That's what it sounds like.
He has the potential to be a
That's
future
all
Dr.
usually
Fate.
Dr. Fate, yeah.
I wonder why.
They've always shown that before.
I don't know, I just realized that now.
Mission time!
Spice Beetle got some work after the Cowboy Bebop show got canceled.
Garfield!
By Clarion's offer. The result. Clarion brought a
Star-
star creature from deep space.
He sent Starro there?
Babylon.
To take control, they gotta have order in a way
Jesus
for him.
Christ.
I can't.
Fight.
We so are!
We've been training really
We're
hard.
ready for anything. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah, sure, yeah.
You'll do great, Naboo. You just watch.
Let us test that premise.
Oh,
shit.
great. Don't.
Noted. A mystic test to draw out my insecurities.
What do you
Yeah,
have
even
to
she
insecure about?
Quick setting.
Terrific. Oh, you're...
Instantly, it became clear Starro was no solution to Marduk's problems.
No shit,
The
Sherlock.
alien creature put the Babylonian army. As for Marduk's son Naboo, it was his fate to die.
That.
The enemy his father had unintentionally raised.
I'm not giving up medicine. I can do both. Forge my own identity. We don't get to choose our
Be Doctor Strange. I mean, something different.
A strange doctor.
Responsible? You can't play to being
Strange doctor. No, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
I'm training.
Don't get enough sleep. Now too much? There's just no pleasing you.
You really need to sit down with him.
You really don't understand what he's truly going through, you know?
Yeah, you need to sit down and talk with him because.
That's not the way. You're not doing it right. I know, but I can't. I promise.
She gonna put a knife through her and go, save me!
Or why she doesn't do it.
I love Dr. Fate. Like, say it.
What did I just say? What did I say?
Say it.
A mortal plane. The only thing required was a human host body.
I forgot that happened.
Channeling Naboo's mystic
You forget a lot of shit.
You know what? It's been a while since I've seen season 1. Get off my back.
Come by.
Sorry, that's the first thing I... Okay, I don't know.
Or that.
There you go.
I am ready.
Zaytana Tom well.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see this.
Power, being sergeant full time, not living your life as Mary at all.
Oh, that's why. She got addicted to it.
She became so addicted.
You agreed it was
Abandoning who I am.
Someone like Billy, who was always in control, she got addicted
Billy
to
pretty
that.
much knew how to balance his childhood and the hero. She just became... Look at him,
I
sis.
am ready for this fight.
That's what it was. It's just that she became so addicted to the power.
I love it how
I'm just waiting for Martian to get there.
somebody to get him out of this fucking funk.
He's been drugged up, though. Look at that.
Thy kingdom come. Thy
We
will
all
be
have
done
faith.
on earth as it is in heaven.
And that's what's going to help us beat
Give us
chaos.
this
Yeah.
day our daily bread.
From
Evil.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. And the victories you so proudly
Fate
cite,
over
would
faith.
they ever come without
Or faith
Faith
over
or
fate.
fate.
You view cooperations as chaos.
I like how he's helping
But
him
it is
understand.
only in the cooperation
Oh.
of all these
Yeah.
individuals,
Just
in the
society.
unity of the disparate,
Beat it. What the Oh, that's pretty dope. Ooh. Oh! Oh! Now you have no choice.
Next episode's battle. Look at his eyes.
Then I know.
Hey! The bus!
You know Zaytana's fire.
Alright.
We would start this out with screaming, but we've had a long day. So that was episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
And
Very interesting episode. We got to see more back history and mainly leading into what eventually became, the helmet, Fate's helmet. How it came to be, but also what Vandal pretty much did with Clarion, even more with bringing Starwind to have more control over the armies until realizing Starwind had more plans up his sleeve, type of situation. Then you have pretty much you have Zatanna taking the kids to Fate's sanctum, or at least his home,
The tower.
And pretty much trying to have him understand, like, listen, we have to interfere. We have to, even though Fate's sitting there going, no, we have to let them duel it out. We have to let them fight and stuff like that.
So one thing we definitely noticed everybody's test. We got a little bit more about everybody. Tracy, it's her just overall insecurities about who she looks up to and cares about.
Yeah, and I think that just why she's involved or this or that. Just her insecurities. That's what it is.
Not Doctor Strange guy.
Him just trying to learn to have
balance between
his not only his diverse family but also his diverse background.
Yeah, balance between being a doctor, being a sorcerer, and
family.
And
overall.
his religious, ties.
Pretty much that's what he said. His diverse family, and then that's where you had Miss Mary Marvel, who was pretty. It was pretty much we finally got the full story behind her, which was she was so addicted. She stayed as pretty much she stayed as Mary Marvel, Ms. Marvel, for such a long periods of time that she became addicted to it, and she didn't know how to balance it out to a point where she was more so addicted to it, so she gave it up. So she just uses the abilities of Shazam.
What was the weirdest part though was about hers was unlike Trace who fought it on her own, unlike the guy who took the breath and just took it, just calmed down. It wasn't her that figured it out. It was Billy showing up in her.
Because Billy was always a part of her family, always a part of helping her get through this. It was always Billy that pretty much essentially gave her these abilities.
So my guess was that since their abilities are just come from the same entity, I think that's why they're connected.
They're all connected. That's what it is.
So that piece of Billy that's inside her came out to tell her, exactly what happened. Explain to us better.
Yeah, and it's like learning to not rely on that power, that's seducing her, trying to get her to come back to what they had, all these abilities, and still continue just with what she's using now.
Yeah, then there's we got the origins of Dr. Fate, which
like I just said,
aka the next chapter of Vandal Savage's story, Marduk's story.
It was more, and it was his son Nabu, and that's when the order pretty much order saw that this is a great way to kind of have their own type of agent of order down on Earth.
And of course, one of the better parts is of course just Zatanna's father explaining to Fate.
Explain to Nabu, just that we don't have to always rely on fate itself. We have to rely on faith. Usually, that's what we need to get through these hard times. No matter what, and he's like giving them perfect examples of like, look at all your hosts and what they've used you for, and what's all come down to.
Faith that you would provide them the power they needed to
stop whatever evil was in front of them.
Yeah, and it even shows it in Zatanna's disciples by showing that they all had faith in themselves, and that's what helped them pass their test.
Yeah, it's like instead of sitting here waiting, why don't we interfere now to stop this before it gets any worse? And from there, we just have to pray that we can get this resolved, or at least stop whatever this evil truly is. And by the time it's like he tells him this and starts to you can see Fate is like now starting to understand where her father's coming from. Zatanna's, but then it was already too late, because that's when all of a sudden we see Clarion, his familiar pretty much gets killed, and he gets sent right back up. So now, and you can see in his reaction too. His reaction is just like, "Oh crap, we're too late." Type of situation. It seemed like it didn't go the way that it sounded like Fate was wanting it to go.
And then it looks like Beast Boy may bite him in the ass that he's been not talking about.
He's been heavily dosed and drugged up on sleep pills.
Because I'm not going to be surprised that the people calling him are the ones that need his backup. Like
either his backup or like I said, we don't really know. Either backup or pretty much it's maybe Magan. Finally arriving. She's trying to call to see where he's at, or hey, it's talk or something like that.
Something tells me it's the former. I think it's his outsider buddies needing help. And
we'll see. Like I said, we don't know. We'll have to see.
And then we got the best part. screening people on a bus.
Yeah, the school bus, you know, where it's
What
like,
happened? Last we saw,
I don't know.
they just turned a corner and that was it. There was no portal, there was nothing. And now we saw him in space. We see him flying through different
No,
realms.
they went through a portal during the thing.
They did?
They did.
I swore. Whatever.
But no, like I said though, what I like what they're doing with Garfield is just kind of like we're building up to something. We're slowly building up to the next chapter. It feels like once this is over, and I feel like with Gar.
Yeah, I feel like the second half. I think that's the reason.
Second half of the season.
I think the second half. Well, that's the reason we've been still attached to the whole Mars thing is because the second half season is going to mainly focus on the Legion.
Yeah, we're gonna focus now back on the Legion and back on what's going on, what's happening. You know, things like that. You know, it's like, are we still continuing this or what's going on?
As long as the school bus finally gets home, that's all that truly matters.
That's all that truly matters. But overall, this was a good episode. We got kind of like we got pretty much a history lesson, but also we learned more about what's going on with Mary as well. Because it's like, okay, why isn't she transforming? And we understood there, you know. So and you know, and then also seeing Fate learning that there's a difference between you know, fate and faith, you know, where you have to have faith in the people. So we had like multiple lessons in this episode.
Yeah, so
solid good episode.
Yeah, so other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button if you want to talk to us more about stuff like this. Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about DC original series, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this episode of Young Justice, and I believe we're only 2 episodes away before the mid-season, because I believe there's only 13 episodes for this first half at least, from at least that we know of. We don't know just yet. I believe we got 2 more episodes, but what do you guys think of this? Did you kind of like where they went with it with the history, but also just, you know, trying to convince you know, Fate that it's like we still have to get involved no matter what? Doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter about fate, it matters more about faith, you know. Did you kind of like those little lessons they gave for each one? Kind of like learning a little bit more about her students, for Zatanna students, about who they are, what they were kind of like, you know, what their insecurities are, or what they were kind of representing. You know, and did you have any favorites? Was it, you know, Mary? Was it 13? I forgot her name.
Tracy 13.
Tracy 13, or I forgot I have to look up that guy's name.
Because they keep on referring to his regular name, and I'm just forgetting his regular name. But anyways, what was that?
Yeah, but no, like I said though, it's like I said, you know, did you guys have any favorites out of 3 there? I mean, any part of this, and what do you guys think was going on with Gar? You know, do you think something's going on? Do you think something's happening? And that phone call, was it, you know, do you think it's something to do, you know, maybe, you know, the team needs its help and they're not calling? Do you think it's been gone? You know, what do you think is going on with, you know, we all know he's going through a major deep depression right now, you know, but even with that phone call, who do you guys think he's calling? Who's actually calling? I mean, who knows? I mean, love to hear your guys' thoughts and theories down below. Put down what you guys thought of our reaction to this episode. Most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And if you guys want to check out any of our other DC-related stuff, like the HBO or HBO Max stuff, like Titans or the last season of Young Justice, you can check it right here on the channel.
Or check out our just previously wrapped up, or just watch the DC's crossover. It was an Arrowverse crossover Armageddon, which we just wrapped up, which you can check out pretty much right now on this channel. You can check out all of our action for the whole entire crossover.
And of course, on the next episode of SRB TV, dealing with Young Justice Phantoms, we will of course be tackling
the 12th episode of this season.
Season 4, episode 12, that's correct. So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very not so Faith No More Phil episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.